So I thought I was just about done preparing with this game for the upcoming race, but here we are again with some more new stuff, this time with the Queen's Gambit level. So the conventional method to complete Queen's Gambit is to clear the droids in the first area on top of the cliff, which then respawns you at the start of the valley, where you drive to this hangar on top of the opposite cliff, and you change into a bomber, and then you fly back into the valley and you destroy the troop transports that are in this convoy. Anything under a 240 roughly would be considered a pretty good time. Usually you are prevented from using the Gian speeder due to this falling rock that blocks you from driving down the valley, and this is a shame because the Gian speeder has extremely high DPS. As you can see, you can't really drive around the fallen rock. There doesn't seem to be any way past it. One little trick that I found is if you let that first tank drive through, the trigger seems to happen a little bit later and you can get a little bit closer, but still ultimately can't get through. So then I combined that with using the flash speeder, which is faster than the Gian speeder, and you can just make it through. This is a bit pointless though, because the flash speeder has such low DPS that you can't really effectively take out the convoy. So then I started looking for alternative ways to get down the valley with the Gian speeder. Usually if you drive off the cliff, you'll just instantly die. But there is an out of bounds area at the far end of the cliff over here, where if you hit the out of bounds area as you're falling, it will turn you around, put you on this rock, and then you can tap left and you will eventually make it down the cliff in one piece. If however you haven't killed the droids in the first area, the convoy doesn't spawn yet. So putting all this together so far, if we destroy the droids in the first area, respawn at the start of the valley, drive back up the cliff, to use the out of bounds trick to ride down the wall safely, we can get to the convoy and we can destroy it with the Gian speeder. The next clip will show this method.
Captain Tanaka, the rear entrance has been compromised. We've spotted a huge convoy of MTTs and AATs heading your way.
Organize your troops, Lieutenant, and intercept that convoy. What are you doing?
Lieutenant Sykes, this is Palmer on the southern ridge. We're picking up Trade Federation forces moving our way, fast. They got us!
Hold up! Hold up!
Where are you, Lieutenant?
That is close. But good work, Lieutenant. If that convoy had reached the city, we'd finish. We have a speeder waiting to the southeast. Just there.
So this method saves about 10 to 20 seconds, and I'd consider it pretty reliable too. It's pretty easy to find a setup to make the out of bounds trick more consistent. So now we can get speeders down into the valley. I was doing a bit of exploring and I noticed that if you shoot this particular tank, the rock trigger won't happen and the rock will stay upright and leave the valley open. So I tried sniping the tank from the start of the valley and I couldn't get it even one time using save states. Then I found a few spots on the edge of the cliff where you could see the tank, and this spot I found to be the most reliable. There's probably other spots that are even better, and I'll search for them, but this is the spot I'm using for the time being. So basically you hold down the brakes and you want to get a charged secondary laser shot into the tank. If you missed your first shot, you can hold down R, do a sharp turn, back up the cliff and restart and try again. To be honest, I've found this quite unreliable. It's quite difficult to aim that charged laser shot straight into the tank, but it is fast, so I will keep looking for a setup that is more consistent. The next clip will complete the level using this new method. A sub 150 or even 140 is possible, which I think is pretty cool because it puts it close to the any vehicle times using any percent strategies. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.
Help, Sykes. I need assistance. Water fire! I'm under attack. Good. Help! We're under attack! Engage the enemy, Sykes. Return to the battle. Lieutenant
Captain Tanaka, the rear entrance has been compromised. We've spotted a huge convoy of MTTs and AATs heading your way.
organize your troops and intercept that convoy. If that convoy had reached the city, we'd be finished. We have a speeder waiting for you southeast.